Now I hope once they see it once more, it's fairness. I'm going to knock this guy out.
He should be hanging on. Now with the right hand, the left hand. He's going to hang on, or they'll stop the fight. Down he goes.
Larry Holmes may not have held the official lineal champion title in 1988, but in the minds of boxing fans, he was the yardstick, the summit of greatness.
There's only one champion, and I pay my dues to become number one.
Young Mike Tyson had to face this living great to leave his mark on the heavyweight division. What happens when an up-and-coming boxer enters the ring to face the legendary figure who once reigned supreme? Join us as we delve into this legendary encounter. Holmes began boxing when he was 18 years old. In the semifinals of the 1972 National Olympic Trials in Fort Worth, Texas, he boxed Nick Wells in his 21st battle. Wells, a southpaw with an unheard-of knockout-to-win rate for an amateur boxer, stopped Holmes in the first round. Nonetheless, Holmes was picked by a National Olympic Committee to compete in the Olympic box-offs in West Point, New York, where he faced Dwayne Bobick. With a right to the head, Holmes was knocked down in the first round. He sprang up and danced out of range, delivering 3 sharp jabs. In the second round, Bobick pummeled Holmes but could not corner him. In the second round, Holmes also had 2 warnings for holding. In the third round, Bobick landed 3 excellent rights and began surrounding Holmes, who held on. Holmes was eventually disqualified for excessive holding. After establishing a 19-3 amateur record, Holmes went professional on March 21, 1973, defeating Rodell Dupree in 4 rounds. He sparred with Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Ernie Shavers, and Jimmy Young early in his career. He was well compensated and learned a lot. I was young and naive at the time, but I was holding my sparring with those guys, Holmes explained. I thought to myself, hey, those guys are the best, the champs. If I can hold my own now, what will happen later? In March 1978, Holmes acquired a reputation as a contender by defeating the hard-punching Ernie Shavers. Holmes won by unanimous decision in 12 rounds, winning every round on 2 scorecards and all but 1 on the third.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock you out, and you scared of me. You know you meet your master. You know you meet your master.
I swear to God.
Holmes defended his championship against Muhammad Ali, who was coming out of retirement to become the first 4-time world heavyweight champion, on October 2nd, 1980 at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Holmes outclassed Ali, 38, winning every round on all 3 judges' scorecards. Ali's trainer intervened after the 10th round to halt the fight as Holmes punched Ali, earning Ali his lone career stoppage defeat. The Ring named Holmes world heavyweight champion following his victory. Ali blamed his bad performance on thyroid medication he had been on, claiming that while it helped him shed weight, he weighed 217.12 pounds, his lowest weight since fighting George Foreman in 1974. It also left him exhausted for the bout. In hitting Ali so severely during the bout, Holmes appeared to display indications of grief. During a post-fight interview, Holmes' eyes welled up with tears. When questioned why he was sobbing, he claimed he admired Ali a great deal and that he fought one of the baddest heavyweights in the world today, and you cannot take credit from him.
Larry, I'd like you to explain why you've been crying.
You know, so I really respect a whole lot, really respect Ali a whole lot.
It hurt you to punish him that way, didn't it?
I feel that he fought one of the baddest heavyweights in the world today, and you cannot take credit from him.
Richie Giachetti, Holmes' trainer, described Holmes' beating of Ali as awful, the worst sports event I've ever had to cover. Actor Sylvester Stallone was at the fight and described it as watching an autopsy on a man who is still alive. The Holmes bout is alleged to have exacerbated Ali's Parkinson's disease. Following a bad-tempered buildup, the violent 4th-round knockout in 1988 was Tyson's 6th heavyweight championship defense as a 21-year-old. Tyson's 91-second stoppage of Michael Spinks
Bangs him right back.
and destruction of Trevor Berbick to earn his first title belt is considered his most legendary victories. Still, his victory with Holmes is very spectacular in retrospect. The late 1970s and early 1980s saw Holmes emerge as the dominating heavyweight powerhouse. He successfully defended his world championship 20 times, more than Ali, Tyson, or any other heavyweight save Joe Louis, and reached 48-0 before losing 2 tight, contentious decisions against Spinks. Tyson's knockout of Holmes came when the Easton assassin was 38 years old, and many regarded it as a youthful puncher destroying a past-it great. After losing to Tyson, Holmes made a late career comeback, winning 21 of 24 fights, including a memorable upset of previously undefeated Olympic gold medalist Ray Mercer, and challenging for world championships twice more, reaching the distance with Evander Holyfield on one occasion. Notably, no heavyweights before or after Tyson could do what Tyson achieved. In his 75-fight career, Holmes faced several fearsome heavy hitters, but only Iron Mike could stop him. But Tyson had more incentive than just defending his world belts and building to his KO record. Tyson and his instructor, Cus D'Amato, had watched on TV as an old Ali came out of retirement and was dealt a one-sided beating by Holmes, his former sparring partner, as teenager.
Listen, I was 14 in 1980, and I went on October 2nd, I went to Albany, and I saw this on movie screen, Ali fight Holmes, and Ali was getting the crap beat out of him for 10 rounds. And when they stopped, everybody was crying. Me, cuz we all got the movie theater, we went in the car, and 30-mile drive, we didn't say one word. We all hurt.
Ali was kicked in the shit. Cus was furious. I'd never seen him so enraged, Tyson recounted. D'Amato phoned Ali after the fight and connected his young apprentice with one of his idols. "Don't worry, champ," Tyson reassured Ali. "When I get big, I'm gonna get him for you."
He should be hanging on. Now with the right hand, the left hand. He's gonna hang on, or they'll stop the fight. Down he goes.
It was a promise he would honor spectacularly 8 years later. Larry, whose tongue could be as savage as his lacerating jab, shot the young champion repeatedly during the Tyson vs. Holmes promotion. "I'm unbeatable," declared Holmes, who vehemently denied his defeats at the hands of Spinks. "I, not Mike Tyson, will go down in history. He'll be remembered as the son of a bitch. If he wins this war, he will eventually destroy himself." Tyson subsequently conceded that Holmes had correctly predicted the last portion, remarking, "I guess he was Nostradamus that day." On the night in Atlantic City, though, just one man looked right. Tyson smashed a hole in his dressing room wall before the fight and emerged bare-chested without music, walking to the ring in his distinctive black trunks, socks, and boots. Holmes was a rangy 6'3", and his goal was to bind Tyson up tight while catching the champ with jabs and right hands as he came in. The first half worked rather well for 3 rounds as Holmes held, spoiled, and evaded much of the oncoming weaponry. On the other hand, Tyson was using his underappreciated head movement to slip inside Holmes' jab while scoring many of his own sneaky, crisp jabs. Everything changed in the 4th round. Holmes appeared softly bouncing on his feet, performing a strange impersonation of Ali at his peak. He was soon bouncing off the canvas. Tyson smashed Holmes down on his back with a sledgehammer right hand. The 21-year-old boxer stood up, as he usually did. Holmes' recovery abilities were famous, but on rubbery legs. He attempted to hide and fire back, but neither approach succeeded. A combination knocked Holmes out for the 2nd time. Holmes got up a 3rd time and nearly made it to the conclusion of the round, demonstrating remarkable courage. With seconds remaining, a succession of clubbing punches knocked Holmes sprawled on the ground, with referee Joe Cortez whipping out his gum shield without even trying to count. "A bull in an antique shop," HBO commentator Larry Merchant said, summarizing the consensus that the bout was essentially a matter of Holmes being too old to compete. However, Holmes would remain at the top for another decade, and no heavyweight came close to replicating Tyson's feat of strolling through him. It didn't make the prickly Holmes any nicer to his conqueror. "I leaned in and said, 'You're a great fighter,'" Tyson recounted after the bout. "Thank you very much. You're a fantastic fighter. But fuck you," Holmes said. "Fuck you as well, motherfucker," I said at the very least. Tyson kept things humble in front of the media, assuring them he wouldn't have had a chance against Holmes at his height. But by dispatching Holmes in style, Tyson had fulfilled his promise to Ali and had conquered both fighters who had defeated the greatest after his career, as Tyson had already done with Bourbon. Mike Tyson's next bout would be against Tony Tubbs at Japan's Tokyo Dome, a fight he would comfortably win by second-round knockout. This would eventually set up the long-awaited confrontation between Tyson and Spinks. Spinks and his manager, Butch Lewis, planned to attend the Tyson's-Holmes bout to arrange an arrangement with Tyson's promoter, Don King. The two parties finally agreed that Spinks would receive $13.5 million and Tyson would receive at least $20 million. Larry Holmes announced his second retirement shortly after losing to Tyson. In 1991, Holmes, at 41 years old, would come out of retirement once more to stage a triumphant return. He would win his next 5 fights before meeting unbeaten Olympic gold medalist Ray Mercer on February 7, 1992. In an upset, Holmes would win a unanimous decision against Mercer and earn the chance to meet undisputed heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield. Despite going far with the younger Holyfield, Holmes could not claim victory as Holyfield won the bout unanimously. Tyson sought revenge not only against his idol, but against the doubts and limitations that had shadowed his career. But did he emerge victorious, solidifying his status as the true flag bearer of the heavyweight division? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, remember to like and subscribe to stay updated on all our latest content.